Hey, Fitzy here, back at it again with another one. On this one, we're taking things apart and we're putting things together. Stick around. So it's another week at the VIC100. Last one, you saw me getting this all seam sealed up, rust converter and primer. This week, I got a bunch of things I want to get started on, but I have some painting I got to finish off first. I want to paint the floors, paint the firewall over here, paint this upper section of the dash. Over here, I want to get these here all painted, all this stuff over here. I want to get this done so I can put it all away, and then when it comes time to put it together, I can just bolt it together. It's done. I have a couple of small holes there. I got to drill in these, marked out here. I got to drill in just for the grill mounts, the grill bolts on there. So I got to drill them out before I do anything else with it. Over here, I got to finish welding up this stuff. Get this all done because I was going to coat of paint on it. I'm trying to get it all set up so that I can actually start assembling it all. So this week I'm going to try to get everything, well, I'm hoping to get all this done today, get everything painted today. And then we start in scrapping the other Crown Vic. A number of people have asked lots of questions on the materials I used. The filler. That's the stuff there, Eurofill Gold, automotive art, whatever. That's just the label on it there. I just picked it up at my local body shop supplies place. The biggest thing with this gold filler is there's a lot of different labels on it. All of it's the same. All I do is I just look for a cheap line of it. This is probably the cheaper of the ones that I can find around. I've seen this stuff for well over $100 a gallon, so... Like this one here is probably 70 bucks or something, $70 a gallon, somewhere $60, $65, somewhere in that range there. So, you know, the prices are pretty high when it comes to some of these body shop supply stuff now. Some asked about the rust converter. It's just Proform. It's a line, you can see that. If you go online, you can find that. Usually there's some automotive place around locally that carries that line, but I think you can buy it on Amazon. So, you know, that's what I've been using there. The seam sealer is the same thing as the Dominion Shore Seal. That's the stuff I've been using. I've been using that for years. And I use their brushable as well. Brushable seam sealer, same company, Dominion Shore Seal. The thinners is just, you know, what's it called? Rexall. It's just professional solvent cleaner. This is just a, really it's like a recycled thinners. It's got like a yellowish tint to it. And it's cheaper than the actual thinners, actual really high quality thinners. I've been using this now for everything. I use it for cleaning guns. I use it for washing stuff down, cleaning engine parts. You know, anytime I need something that I got to wash down, clean up, I'll use thinners. That's the reason why I buy it by 5 gallons. I've always had it around here for cleaning purposes. Just to buy a gallon of it is like $30, $40 for a gallon, and you can pick up a 5 gallon pail of this stuff for, I think it's 65 bucks or something. So that's the reason why I buy it in 5 gallons. Somebody talked about the guns, a few ideas of how to keep the top on the guns. I was given, every now and again, people come around and just give me body shop supply stuff, and I can't remember who dropped these off to me, but they dropped them off and said, here, Tony, here's a couple of spray guns for you. And I really like these. I always like the slip-on cups. I never like the screw-on ones. The screw-on ones are better, but the problem I always had is that they used to get full of paint material, and they were very hard to clean. And I always like the ones that you just popped on. And some of these, like this here, I'll have to do something with it to make it fit tighter. Like someone said about putting a few dimples in it so it snaps on. That type of thing. I don't mind having to tape it, but that's a decent old gun. It's just there's nothing, no brand name or nothing on it. No, nothing on it. Max. What is it? No, that's no. HVLP is all. It's just an old cheap line of gun. And I think it was an 0.7 tip on that. What's the tip size? I haven't got my glasses on here. 1.7. That's the tip size that I had on it. Right. Yeah, but that's just like, you know, there's nothing high tech with what I do. I don't believe in having the best of the gear. Like, you know, I've always made do with cheaper gear. I've used quality gear over the years, and there is a difference, yes. But for me, it's like, you know, if you're going to be painting every day, yes. But if you're painting every now and again, I must have, I know, probably 7 or 8 guns upstairs. And I just went upstairs and saw this one because of the deep cup, and I said, oh, I'm going to try that one out. But that's it for that stuff. So I'm going to get ready now. I got to clean this up. 10 chances to 1, I'm going to use thinners to do it. And get this ready so I can actually get this taped up and get it primed. Or painted, sorry. I'm not getting carried away with this again. Like inside here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to just do it with a brush. All this in here. I want to get something on it and leave it alone. And possibly get the front chassis rail painted on this. I was going to paint everything in here, that type of stuff. I don't think I'm not going to bother with it now. I just want to get some paint on what I made and installed on it, and up here in front, get all this painted up. We'll see. I might just go give it a quick splash with a bit of paint over it all, and just say that it's freshened up, and just do that route. So I'm going to turn around and start cleaning this up here now, getting everything set up here, and get the doors open again here today, because I don't want to be fumigated in here again, and get everything ready, get all this stuff hung up so I can actually get it all painted inside and out once. I'm not going to paint it once on one side and once on the other. I'm going to hang it up somehow off the garage doors or something and get it all painted. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do here this morning now is I'm going to turn around and get this finish welded up, because when I start washing stuff down with thinners and stuff like that, I don't want to be at this then. So I'm going to get this all welded up. I got little plates made here. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to clean up the welding here, do a nicer job on it. Going up around the bottom side, got to be kept them up. I also got to trim this out to make room for this bolt hole here. I think I'm just going to notch it out with the plasma cutter. Take almost the entire top out of it on this side, and put a piece of pipe or something in there, and have it so that I can actually get up there with an actual socket. So I'll figure that out. Let me get all this welded up first. So I got 2 of them all welded up, capped, welded up on the sides. All the bottom is welded, all the way around. There's little holes down here from the chassis. I just never bothered to weld them up. That's good enough for me. That's the way that's all welded up. Now what I got to do is I got to come up here now and notch this out. I think I'm just going to get the plasma cutter now and just notch a big piece out of it, just so I can get in there, because it's just a nightmare. And this is only a bumper mount, and I'll reinforce it again with some pipe or something like that, but I just want to get a piece cut out of it first so I can actually get up there, and then I'll figure out something from there. So here's what I got done. I turned around, I just notched it out with the plasma cutter, had it so that I can look down through here. I can see that I can actually get access to it from the bottom side down. It's a bit tight, but I can still get in there. And all I did is had another piece of this here, which is this piece here. And I laid it up in place there, and I marked it out. And then I trimmed it on up, and that'll fit right back in there now and weld in. And that'll be all closed in and boxed in. And I'm just going to weld that in there. So, and then when you look down through there, you can see that I got access down to the bottom of it there. Still a bit tight, but it's better than what it was. I don't want to take too much more out of this as it is now, and I got to get it all welded up. So I'll go ahead now, get that welded up, get one cut out and made for that one, and get that one welded up too. And there you have them all done. All welded in. The top of the plate is welded on in here. Got both sides done. So I should have easier access now to put in the nut on the back side of that when I go to put the bumpers back on, and all the strength is back in there. So next thing I'm going to go at now is I'm going to go cleaning all this up. I'm here debating on what to do, and I think it's a nice sunny hot day here. I'm going to back it out by the door, spray all this with spray 9, and then get the pressure washer out and give it a clean. I might give the back chassis there as well while I'm at it. Get it all cleaned up, because I go to put the engine back in. It'd be nice to have it all clean. So I got it out here now, and I got the pressure washer and everything on the go. This is all I'm going to do. I'm going to spray some of this on it. Turn around, get some light on it. There you go. Spray 9. This is all I ever use for cleaning anything. They got all these fancy purple powers and all this type of stuff. And this stuff has been around for decades. And it's always been worked for me. I use it for everything. So this is all I'm going to do. I'm going to spray this on the frame rails and everything there now, and I'm going to pressure washer it off. A simple little spray 9 and a pressure washer, brand new. All the grease and dirt and everything's off everything. Firewall's all nice and clean up there now. The booster's all clean. That's good enough for that. I went and pressurized it all down there. Pressure washed it, I mean. And cleaned everything up. Everything's gonna come back here then. I went and pressure washed the back of the chassis. Just get any heavy flakes running off it. And got it all ready, cleaned up, make sure there was nothing on it. See, I've got some water there, I gotta get out of that. I'm gonna pull that plug out there and get that. And I gotta trim this off. I'm not worried about that right now. All I'm worried about now is getting all the paint work done in here. It's gonna be the last section I'll do. I'll do all that with a paintbrush later on. But I'm in here now, getting ready to get all these panels mounted, hung up somewhere. I got my holes drilled here for my grill. I got them hung up there, some tie wire on the actual garage door pieces. So it's just a simple little wire. Always good to have a roll that around for this type of stuff. I'm on it up high enough that I can paint the bottom of it, but I also want to get the top and I want to paint both sides of it. Over here, these here, if you're familiar with them, I went and made plating system for the inside of them and put the 3 bolts on them. Now that I got them bolted in place where I wanted them, I went ahead and I welded them on. Just a few tacks there and up front on both sides. And then what I went and did, before I take these hinges off, because I want to take these off, I had this here bolted on and adjusted. What I did is I put a 1/8 hole here and a 1/8 hole here. So now if I line up that hole and line up that hole, these bolts here should go in the same location on this and also on the bracket. So hopefully now, if not, I'll get it pretty close and I can adjust it accordingly then, right? But I've done that to both of them. So now I can take these hinges off and get them ready to paint them as well and get these painted. So I'm just here now. I got lots of prep work to do. I got to clean these off. I got to clean off the pan pieces over here. Give them a quick clean off. There's a bit of grease net on them. The latch right here. And then I got these pieces here. Got to be cleaned up. These here as well. They're the hood stops. Then I got the hood latch pieces, parts of the grill. I just give them a quick clean up so I can paint them all at one time. So I'll go ahead now and get all that there straightened away, hung up, and ready for paint. So I got everything hung up and cleaned up. I wasn't getting fussy with it. I got blew it off with a bit of thinners. Not blasting nothing. That's it. Throw a bit of paint over all that now that it's mint. I got them set up over there. I'm going to flip them over first and paint the insides like so. And then when I got a couple of coats on them, I'll just flip them over and lay them like there and then paint the top side of them. Over here is the tricky thing. I got to paint top of dash, and I got to paint the firewall, and I got to paint the floor. And I don't want to go getting overspray all over this. There's no ads on mine yet, but I'm going to have the paint with low pressure and just hopefully and not get too carried away with it. I should have hung them up somewhere else. I'm probably going to move them. I don't like them there. And the problem with it is I can't move them over on the other side or I'll paint my walls. So, but with the two there now, I can see me getting overspray all over this. So I'm going to move them and then get this stuff taped up. And then I can start painting. I got everything taped up here. And I got the truck back inside again by rights. I should have it out by the door. But I'm here. I had to get a neighbour up the street to come down and give me a hand put in. And now if I put it back out, I got to get him to come down again. Yeah, see, I'm going to paint it low pressure. Just wants to get some black on some stuff here. I'm going to paint all this stuff over here now, where's too. I'll flip all this over. It is what it is. I never bothered saying none of it. The grinding marks, everything's staying in it. All I'm doing is just put protection on it and making it look half clean looking. My biggest fear here now is I'm going to end up getting this full overspray. But I'm here. I'm just adding it now and I just want to get it done. A bit of overspray and a bit of primer. That'll be guide coat. That's what I'll call it, a guide coat. I'll just do it at low pressure. I'll be fine. I got them taken down. I got them hung up there now. I just got to pick them up and spray them. I'm going to get started in on getting all this painted here now. So I'm here and I got 2 coats put on the firewall, that's good enough. 2 coats put on this here is good enough. And I give the chassis a quick flick, all in around like this here, just freshen it up. Top of the dash section here is done with 2 coats. I also went down the door post because the part of the dash goes down through there. So I said I'll just do all that. Over here now, and I got all the parts painted once. Rad support painted once. Hinges are painted once. I painted inside of this twice, and I got 1 coat put on this here. I'm just banging through this, just trying to get it done. But you can look at that, like, you know, you can still see the grinding marks and everything in it. I'm happy with that. The thing with trim clad, the more I put on, the more the texture finish will look, right? Well, it's more of a satin look. So I'll show you that tomorrow when it all dries. But I'm gonna let this set up a bit now and then mix with some more paint and get these here. I like to get 3, probably 4 coats on the outside of this stuff, just to make it look good. This piece here and this piece here is crucial for me, because when you open the hood, you're going to see this section right here. You'll see in the top, and then of course you'll see this section right here when you open the hood. There you have it. Nice coat of black on all that. Just 1 coat with the brush. Still partly wet, some is satinin out. But this is semi-gloss black, what I got on this. Right off the bat I missed a spot right there. Just gonna live with that. Yep. So I got done all that in between coats. Top of the dash is done. I can put that all together now, put the wiring and everything back in it. Firewall is all done. I can put the motor and transmission back in it again. I give the chassis a quick freshen up down along there. Painted this piece here. Painted the bottom of it. Done all that. So that there is ready to be mounted on the car. Over here I got 3 coats on all the bits and pieces that I had kicking around here. And I got 4 coats on this. And I got 4 coats on them, on the top side. I'll wait till tomorrow. Now they're still wet. I just not long finished up here. Got my hands cleaned up, the gun is cleaned up. Long enough for me to, for that there, not even the flash. So that there will dry to a satin sheen. I'll show you all that tomorrow. But that's pretty well it for my paint work now for a while. Next time I'll be picking up a gun now will be to do the box on this. So now that I got this done, I can put all this stuff away, out of the way, because I don't need none of it right now. But when it comes time, I can bolt it on, it's done. I haven't got to worry about, oh, I got to paint that first before I put it on. So that is done. I got some plugs there that I realized that I got to install. I still got them in the box there, so I'll just got an old flat black spray on with them and paint them. But yeah, so all this is done. I'm pleased with it. Never got much overspray on it. I kept the pressure down on it and went along here fine as kind. Everything is, yes, kind. That's mint, that is, sure boy. Right? Everything there's no overspray, a little tiny bit. Not gonna lose no sleep over it. Yeah, I won't lose no sleep over that. But yeah, so I'll leave this tomorrow now, and then we'll see what it looks like. So it's now the next day. Everything has been set up here. It's been a few hours. It's got a nice satin sheen to it. You can still see all the grinding marks and everything in it. I don't mind that. It looks industrial to me when I see that. I used to see that on a lot of panels when they were done from the factory. You used to see like lines and whatnot in them, and just, I don't know, just looks factory to me. That's fine for that. The rad support here, made up of 1,000,000 pieces. No body work done on it. Everything's just painted. That's good enough for that, because most of it you won't see. It's still got to flatten out a small bit. It hasn't really dried nice here yet, so I'm going to have to leave it for the day. There's even spots in on the floor that are still soaking wet, right here. All that's still wet. So I'm just going to leave it all alone for another day. And what I'm going to concentrate on today is out here. I'm going to start stripping apart the Crown Vic and get it ready. I'm going to, well, there's two here now. I'm just going to haul all the front off it, get everything off it, get it ready to pull the engine out of it. But get it to the point where all this is out of the way and I haven't got to worry about it. And I'll start in on that. There's not a lot to really watch. I'll bring you back every now and again just to show you what I've been up to. It's just me on bolting parts, that's all it is. So I'll get started on this. So before I get started on that, I just want to explain a few things. I got to put all this stuff away, get this here put in the trailer, and get the truck itself maneuvered around here so I can get in a position where I can work on it. I want to get all the brakes and everything done on this next, and start working on putting the dash, all them bits back in it. I need to clear away this area over here, move the truck over a small bit. I want to get the box in. I want to get started on the box, and that's where I'm going to do the box too, right over here in this section here. The box is out here behind the garage. I had to get some friends to come in and give me a hand and get that out of her. Yesterday I went out and picked up the final piece. And that's an early gate too. That's from, you know, 67 through 72 model. I got that from the same guy I actually got the truck from. He decided to part one of his gates, and I greatly appreciate that. It's a small bit of repair there. It's got some dents up along the top, but other than that, it's a pretty solid gate. I pretty well have everything now for the truck. I'm going to go over all that stuff later because a number of you guys have sent me some stuff. I do have taillights now. I do have mirrors. I have everything now for the truck completely that I need for the truck. This is the next thing I got to get in. I got to get in. I got to cut 4 inches out of here. And I got to cut 16 inches out of here. And most fellas cuts it down through here. I'm just going to cut the front of it off because I have a bunch of rust here in the first section on both sides. You can see right on out through it there. And I'm going to try to just cut most of that off it. I'm going to have to rebuild these front sections here. They're all bad, all the way down through here. And what I intend to do then is I just intend to roll it over the piece that I cuts off up here. I'm not worried about these stake pockets. I don't care if they're there or not. But that's the major rust section on this one here. All the floors are going to be removed altogether. The wheel tubs, taking them out. If I'm going to repair them, I'm going to put them back in. Most fellas has to cut them because there's a chop a section off them. I just assume move them over, and then just keep this upper section alone, and just have it sort of fits nice and snug in there. So I'm going to remove them all together. Like I got some major rust repair to do. This here, belong here, belong here. I got some holes to deal with. The floor is gone all over the place here. Like, you know, all this up here is gone. I'm going to keep the main rib here, and I'm going to keep the main rib back there, and all the rest are gone. And I'm just going to build a truck around that there. But yeah, so I got to get this in. I'm going to get the garage straightened away, get the box in so I can get started on that. There is repairs, lots of repairs on this to be done as well, so you'll have fun with that. It's getting down to the crunch here now. Things are not looking good for getting the truck done for the actual going to the Nationals. Today is the last day of June. We're leaving on the 13th. So there's a lot of work to be done. I'm still going to push through and get as much of it done as possible. I'd love to be able to take this for a drive before it goes. But that's it. There was a lot of work that was done in the time period that I got it done, and I'm tickled to death with that. I had to get the transmission completely rebuilt, and that's still out being rebuilt. So I'm at a standstill on getting the motor transmission until that shows up. I'll go over all that in terms of the spending, the money I got on it, what parts I bought, and we'll go over all that at a later date. But for now, I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on where I was to with everything. And I'm going to go out now and get started on hauling this puppy here apart. So I'll get started. For any of you guys that are new here, this is my donor engine. This car here is a running car. If you're new here, the motor that was in this was blown up in the Crown Vic that I built this on. And I picked this car up, and it has a perfectly running 88,000 kilometer motor in it, but the transmission's gone in this. So that's the reason why I got it for nothing, because the transmission was gone in it. So I already had it running in an earlier video, and I'm just going to pull it out here now and strip everything down on it that I want to. I got to see what parts on the front of this that I can use, because some of the parts that I had on the other Crown Vic were not good, and I'm hoping this one here got them on it. So anyway, I'll get this stripped apart. Well, it's been a long one. I got everything all over the place here, bits and pieces of everything here. I got the entire wiring harness removed from this. I got everything let go on the top side here that I'm going to that I need to let go. I still got to jack it up. I want to get this over here in the rocks, so any fluids running got out is here in the dirt, not on the pavement. And I got everything let go. There's no great issues. The radiator is over here. That's perfect. Everything on that, I'm just going to put that right in like it is. That should be fine, just like it is. I was here now, trying to do as much as I can before I move the car. And I'm in here now, and I got the dash all let go. Sections of the dash taken out. And then I went through the trouble to haul the passenger seat out so I can get the seat belt out. Only to come find out the passenger seat got the little block on it, not the driver's seat. So I ended up figuring out how to get that off without unbolting the driver's seat. I'm going to use these for now, but again, I like to find ones out of a truck. I think they're a bit longer. I'm going to hold on to this and compare them to ones in a truck. If I can get one that's probably 3 or 4 inches longer, it'll be perfect for it then, right? I can modify it so the seat can move, but I'm not too concerned about it. For now, if need be, I'll just use this here. That way I can eliminate the other one, because they're odd. One got a box on them and the other one don't, and I wanted to eliminate the box. And I thought it would have been on a driver's seat, but it's not. It's on the passenger seat. But the speedometer, I took that out of it. Now, any of you Crown Vic guys or fellas that are familiar with all this modern stuff, I want to know, I'm trying to keep the mileage from this engine in the truck. So I got the odometer here that had the 88,000 kilometers on it, but I also had the ECU, and I don't know where I put that to. I got that put away there somewhere, but I'm planning on saving that. Oh, this thing was in the trunk. It's an actual shelf that is on wheels. I said, man, oh man, that was a neat rig. It was in the back of the cop car. The spare tire was in it. All the electronics was there for the box. Maybe a gun box, I don't know. Even has a cigarette lighter in it, so the boys can have a smoke. I say it was for a power source. This is wild. That's the actual harness for the cop car. Nice dandy, heavy cable in it. The ground and everything went from the trunk right out underneath the hood. This is the Crown Vic wiring harness. I'm holding on to that one just in case I had any issues with mine, because where I went and cut mine right up, I always like to have a backup. I don't know what I got done with the ECU. Here's the ECU there. I don't know if the mileage is kept on the ECU or is it just on the odometer. I don't know. I'm not familiar with a lot of this modern stuff, but I do have the ECU. I'll probably end up using this one here. It's the same year, same model. Everything about them the same. There's nothing different on transmissions. Are the same. It's the exact same car, same year. It's just that it's got lower mileage on it. So I got that option to do that. I hung on to the wiper motor for a spare. Hung on to the jack. They're dandy jacks, so I got the nut on the end of it. I like to find another one of them. I like to have them for the trailer. They're dandies. I can rig up on the trailer and just slide them in for setting things up. But yeah, that's where I'm to. I've been fooling around here all day, just scrapping things down. Decided to take the entire front off it. Got everything over here. Oh, I found a few visitors. Yep. Poor fellas. I don't know why they went in there, but anyway, this is the air cleaner box. When I took this out, I had two little buddies in there. Two of them all cuddled up to each other. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if YouTube's going to like me showing that, but anyway. But yeah, I don't need that. But I pretty well got everything. I'm going to take the dash out of it. The steering column I want, this got a nicer steering wheel than the other one. The other one is all wore out. And I want to take this entire column and all. I'm just going to take, instead of trying to change the steering wheel, I'm just going to change the column and all. Because I do have it already out of the other one, so just a matter of swapping them out. And I'm going to hang on to the dash, take that out of it. Just in case I need something from that. But pretty well that's all I'm taking from this. Motor transmission, I'm going to take this front end out of it. I'm going to let this go from the 4 bolts, drop the entire cradle out of it. The rear end I say I'm going to take out with a plasma cutter. The gas tank shouldn't be hard to get out. They says there's a new gas tank in it and it's held up with this strap. So I'm going to take the gas tank out of it. And that'll be it. That's all I want out of this. There's nothing else I want out of this. I have a guy who does derby cars, wants it for the chassis. I don't know if he's going to take it when I'm finished with it. But yeah. But I got everything pretty well I want out of it. I got to put everything away here now. Found the original owner's manual. And I found these. And see if anybody can identify what these are for. They're just in a little package. And they got this wrote on them. You can read that. And you tap it off something. It just keeps making noise. It says K-band on it. KPHs. Something for sound, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, I'm playing around with it there. Was on and on. But anyway, if anybody knows what they are, post in the comments. There's 2 of them there. Are both of them the same? No, this one's smaller. That one there is 80 kPa. What's that one sound like? You know. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But anyway. Someone might know what that is. Can let me know. Found a pair of pliers, pair of side cutters, box of matches. They work. And that's basically it. That's what I found that I'm keeping. But that's it. Get everything cleaned up here now. So I'm here now. I got a mess made everywhere. On the bench. I got parts everywhere. I've been moving all the parts out in the trailer, bringing parts in from the trailer, trying to get organized here so I can start getting stuff done. I got to put the move on. I got to get the Crown Vic over here, the one outside, so I can get it finished stripped down. And I need to get the box in here as well. Get that straightened away so the box is inside. And I've been out in the trailer trying to organize stuff. Well, if you want to call this organized, rad support. I got the inner fender weld pieces. I got parts, painted parts put up there, painted parts put in here. And I got all the bits and pieces. I took everything out, the bits of the dash and everything in the wiring harness that I'm going to need next. So it wasn't buried inside. I don't need that radiator because that's the... I'm going to use the one on the other car. And not using the steering column on the other car. But, you know, this is what I'm up against. Moving stuff around here. Trying to get this organized better than what it was. It's getting close now where I can start putting stuff back together. I have the harness taken out here. That's the dash harness. I want to put that in it. My goal is to get the inside of the car glued up, get all the dash harnessed, get all that straightened away and fitting in place, and probably get the carpet, seat belts in, get the seat in it. That'd be nice to get done. I'm here now just trying to get stuff figured out. So I'm hoping I get some help here today. Someone will drop by and we'll move some stuff around, but I'll manage. So I'm just going to go get all this stuff straightened away, get these old wiring harnesses put upstairs, dig out some more parts, and probably work on getting that Crown Vic moved. See if I can dream up some interesting way of moving that over to here. It doesn't run anymore, so it's got to be pulled over or pushed over or something. I move it over here for the simple fact that I want to limit everything off here on the pavement, and that way whoever comes to take it can just back in, hook onto it and go. It's too hard to come in around the corner here to go over on the back side to haul stuff out. I always put my scrap vehicles here. So anyway, I'll go get stuff organized. So I'm here now trying to figure out a way that I can move that Crown Vic by myself. And I've, after just going through some old steel stuff here now, and actually found a receiver hitch. So I'm just going to weld some stuff together here now, jury rig up some stuff, and mount this on the front of the Crown Vic. It's only temporary. I only got to move it across the yard and put it over right there. I only got to move it probably 20 feet or so. But I'm going to see what I can come up with here now, jury rigging a bunch of stuff together here, and see if I can move this by myself. Now, buddy, look at that. That's mint, sure boy. I'd go again or that, not a problem. Translation, that will go long distances out over the highway with no issues whatsoever. Yeah, I think so. I even took the integrity of this upper section and cut it so I can get the bolt to fit, so I didn't have to realign this and adjust this one here. And I had the clamp 1000s. I had to add 2 of them for extra support. And there's lots of adjustability up here in front to go up and down. See? So it'll actually mount to the ball of the truck right nice. So, you know, what could go wrong? Nothing can go wrong. Yeah, right. That should hold, shouldn't it? Look at the poor old voice grips. Man, oh man. What have I got done here at all? Anyway, I'm gonna keep going, see what happens. wiring lines. It's worked all over the place. Hitch broke. Why did my hitch break? I even bent the hitch on the bottom and everything. Tore the top off it. Jeez, boy, I know what the problem was. What I don't do, what I don't get myself into at all. A pair of vice grips are missing too by the looks of it. Oh, I got to start it, I got to finish it now. Seems nothing to that. High-tech device, that is. I destroyed a couple of pairs of vice grips. I don't know where this piece is gone. I gotta go hunt for that. See where it's to. And of course this one here I bent up. But I knew something was gonna go wrong with that. You guys are gonna be on my case now for the foolishness I got on with. Well, I was trying to entertain myself here today. I haven't got a lot of content, so I might as well do something stupid. But look, bent all that up, tore all that clear. I had that notched so the bolt would fit around it. And oh man, needle strain on it. Problem I had is she wasn't following me, like she wouldn't steer. And like when I made to make a turn, I was hoping the wheels were going to turn when you had a tow bar on it, but she never had it. If I had to have a second person here steering it, probably would have been fine. But yeah, I was entertained with it. I got there anyway. That's where I got to put her to now. Jack her up, put her on stands, pull the motor, haul her front end, haul her rear end, haul all that out of her. Get that done. So yeah, all in the fun of it all. That's what that is. But I got it over her. And another hobble done. Scouring the driveway on where I broke the vice grips to. It was right here where I broke the vice grips to. So I've been walking back and forth the driveway trying to find it, and I was over here walking around. Here it is there. Yeah, from there to there. I probably never took the back window out of the truck. I'll repair that. Break that brand new again. Well, that ends my day at working at that. I had to move the camper out and I had to do a bunch of stuff, so it's raining now, not going to be able to do much of that. So let's turn our attention over to, let's do some wiring. Let's start putting this thing back together now. I dug out the actual dash harness, got it all laid out here, refreshing myself where everything got to go. And I want to get ready now to install that in the actual truck itself. I'm going to come in here now and clean all this out, give it a quick blowing off and start laying everything out. I got to put the actual handbrake lever back in place, so I'll get that put back on and get that where it got to go, and then start figuring out the wiring, lay it out in there, and then just start piecing it all together, plugging it in, whatnot. First things first, I'm going to have to fix up these, get these all back normal again. so I can put them back in use again. And after cutting these off a few times, there's no big deal there. I'll just weld that back on there. That'll be fine. I'll bend that up. That'll be fine. They'll live to see more metal fabrication, I can guarantee you that. Get that welded on there now and get that one all straightened up. Brand new. Now every time I sees that welding right there, I'll remember the cagey stuff I was at when I broke it. Now when it's all straightened up, brand new, is it. No big deal. Anyway, back to doing that wiring. Getting everything put back together. Putting all the plugs in, find the best route to go. I got these little plug things rigged up here now. I got them over, I'll show you on the bench what I've been doing. And for hangers, these usually got things taped on and they're pushed through, but I just want to put little hangers on them, and you can see them there. All they are, there's little black buttons. And I would just run everything. I got everything run down along here. This is all stuff here that got to go be mounted on the back of the cab here, or in the corner here, or out through the back. It's got to do with the fuel pump. And then there's the rollover switch and taillight harness goes out through the side here. Over on that side there, it'll be a wheel sensor, I'm pretty sure it is. A wheel speed sensor going out through that side over there. And there's a rear speaker that runs down that side there. But I got everything put into place. Handbrakes put back. The plug boxes are put in. Put everything back in. I had this piece fall down underneath the bottom of the dash, and I don't know what to come off of. I think it's off the handbrake. I'm here trying to figure it out. I went ahead and got the dash brought in. Going over everything on that, just making sure everything is where I want it to be. And get ready to start installing that. What I want to do is I want to haul the dash out of this one and steering column out of that, for the simple fact that I've lost a bunch of these clips right here and I need more. So I'm going to rob them, or I'm going to take them out of that one there to get the clips that I'm after before I screws that in place. So I'm going to just keep piddling around at this here now and keep going. I'll bring you back when I get some more done. This is what I got. I picked up these kits a while back on sale. All these are just these little plastic things here. And all I've been doing is I'm grabbing them with a pair of needle nose pliers and drilling them out. And just taking my time drilling them. And then I'm just using these little buttons. There's one there. Using these on it. All kinds of assortment there. I have another package of these here, and I got another package of them, so there's no shortage of them there. But that's what I've been using to hold the wiring up. So I got the dash and the steering column all hauled out, and the main reason why I had to take the dash off is that I have, after losing a couple of these clips, one to be exact, I need to get one of them clips. But I might keep the dash, I don't know, but I want to get it out, get them clips out, and you can actually see all the wiring now, the big difference in what I got done. I went thinned all that out and got that all straightened away. So that there's all the power windows, power locks, power seats, all this. Everything there going from one side to the other, and it's all eliminated now in the truck itself. So I got that done. I kept all the nuts and bolts and the hardware. I'm going to use the steering column from this one. It's the steering wheel's a lot better shape. The other one was really wore out, and it was a high mileage steering wheel. So I got everything I want out of in here. The rest of it, not going to really bother with it. You can hoard so much stuff, you know, and it's always the way. So all this stuff in here will fail on me now because I haven't got spares. That's what's going to happen, and I got to get that out of my head. So that's no big deal. But anyway, let's get back at this now and let's see if we can get the dash in place in the truck so we can actually get that mounted. I did figure out where that little clip belongs, this one here. It belongs to the bottom of the brake pedal itself. It snapped on right there because I went out and I looked on the parts car, and that's what it belonged to. That's one of the advantages of having parts cars. And the little clip is reinstalled. That's where it goes. Also, I noticed I wasn't sure which way this snapped in because it can go in either or. Luckily for the parts car, I had that in backwards or in the wrong side. The wiring goes in on this side of the plug, not on this side of the plug. And the dash is installed. I went and done everything, got everything plugged in, everything is done. I still haven't got the upper section put on it or the lower section down here. The reason why I haven't got this down here is because I still got to hook up the speedometer cable, which hooks up to the side of that speedometer cable, the shifter cable. And I won't be putting that until I get the morning transmission put in place because it's still hooked up to the transmission. I never bothered to disconnect it. So I got that done. I used the speedometer section out of the other Crown Vic, the newer one, with the 83,000. Hopefully it'll work, or 88,000. That's the steering column from the newer Crown Vic, or the last Crown Vic, I should say. That's the original dash. This is out of this section here. The other one had a hole here where this button was too, and I just assumed put one back with a button. This here won't work, that there won't work, that switch over in the middle won't work, and that button won't work because it was all... This here was for power seat. That was a safety device for starting, for the cops or whatever it was. And then over here in the middle, we had the rear fog, right here. And then this was the trunk release. Now I might be able to adapt them into something later on. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm more concerned that the radio's still going to work and then all my gauges are going to work. But yeah... I bolted everything in and I cleaned up all my grounds before I bolted them up because I got one ground here and I got 3 over there. I still have another one back here got to be done. I got all the wiring harness plugged in. The entire dash is tightened up and bolted in place. Yeah, steering column is all put in place. All bolted on out here. Just got to give it a quick clean up and dust a bit of paint over it. So that's all done. Steering column's back in it again. I like to be able to put that piece back on, finish it up. I gotta get the boys to put a window in this, so I may leave it out. No matter, because it only snaps in place. But yeah, I'm moving ahead with it. That's a big undertaking, get that back in. And the nice thing about it is all plug and play. Just plug in, plug in, plug in. And it's the first time the dash is completely together in the truck, and that's where it's going to stay to now. Later on, I'll dress it and pretty up these sections here and do something with that to make up covers or something for this. But that's fine for now. And you saw me there blowing everything out. I was hopefully now There's nothing down in them heaters and whatnot. What else was there? Much else? Just figuring things out. It's been a while. Lucky I got the parts card here, because when I took the dash out of the other one, I started seeing stuff. Oh, that's how that went together. And so I figured out a lot of stuff. Even the direction the wires ran. I had the wiring for the steering column on the wrong side of a bracket. And the rear defog one, I had mounted and coming out up here on the top side. So I had to change all that. I used the other car to figure that out, because I did have the harness out of this one here as well and thinned it out. Hopefully no lights are on the dash. That's my biggest concern. And that the truck will start. So, but yeah, day's Friday now and it's 12:30. I got work to do. I got to get a video out. I don't know what you call this in the way of a video, but this is what it's going to be for next little while. I want to keep the build going, and you'll find that on a channel where I do a lot of fabrication work, bolting parts together, and the videos don't seem to really do good. But that's it. That's all I can do. I'm going to complete this truck, get it all done. I got next on the agenda now is I got to get the engine pulled out of this. I still never got the box in, but I want to get that dash put in first. But I got to get the motor and transmission hauled out of this so I can get the motor and transmission separated. I'm going to take the front end out of this here and take the rear end out of this here, and then this can go. I hung on to the dash. I don't know what for. You know, this dash looks to be in better shape than the other one, but I got the other one all rewired, so I wasn't fooling with it. But like things like switches, that type of stuff. There's more police stuff over on this side here that I didn't need none of that. But yeah. But there's where we're going to leave this one. More work done on the VIC100. And we'll move on from this here. Anyway, I hope the tips were good. And until next time.